I have been banned is probably what I would say next week if I did this. So if you have missed it, a few days ago with the Year 6 new update in the Division 2, there are of course some new bugs, nothing new about that, right? But if we go to the official Division 2 issue board, we can see one of the bugs are affecting the crafting station. So it says crafting station remains stuck on superior gear quality at level 40 and can't be upgraded to high-end gear quality. But there is something they are leaving out with the crafting station, and that is that it's bugged currently, so you can get min-max rolls almost every single time you do craft. I personally haven't done this, and I won't do that because we know that they are pretty strict these days when it comes to abusing exploits in the game that will greatly affect your experience or your gear. But before we talk about that, I can quickly explain how this works. So to get use of this, which I would not recommend you guys to do, you basically need a new character. So you create a new character on the main campaign, so level 1 and not Warlord of New York. Then you play till you get to the White House, and then there through options you boost it to level 30 through the Warlord boost. And then your bench basically gets bugged and all you do is get max rolls. So then you just level up to 40 and bam, you get level 40 max rolls. And I can definitely see the appeal for this when it comes to especially gear mods, but I have a feeling with how they have done this before that they might roll you back or even suspend you. We all remember the turret weapon damage glitch, which was like the first time where they actually suspended or banned people for 2 weeks from the game. And then after that, they have kept that when it comes to huge experience or loot exploits, right? So we take a look at some of the screenshots here. We have an old one right here. We are monitoring this behavior and players that make use of these exploits, and they will receive a temporary ban 14 days from the game on first offense. But here is the key point, or keyword even. Repeated offenders will be banned permanently. So if you've done it before, it's gonna be a way harsher punishment. And according to this text right here, it would be a permaban. If we look at another one that's not that old, which was with the Descent game mode, there was an exploit there that allowed players to join other players in Descent through the Ubisoft Connect interface and gain unfair amounts of experience and SHD levels. And I don't think that is the biggest deal that you could be doing in the game. If you compare that to min-max loot, especially gear mods, I feel like that would be something bigger for most players, because getting maxed gear mods, like I don't even have all the maxed gear mods, but SHD levels pretty easy to get, right? But I also do believe that this crafting station thing can happen even if you don't intend to do that. And I mean, if you just new to the game or you're doing a mule right for the SHD levels and then you craft, the few times you craft in the beginning, you might just be thinking that you're getting extremely lucky. And then you keep going and be like, oh, I have super luck on the account, I might as well just keep crafting, right? Like, I think a lot of people can do this without being aware that they are actually exploiting. So it seems a bit rougher for them to ban people for it, but we all know that they have done this before, and I mean, why would they stop doing it, right? Like I said it before, I don't think they should ever ban players for doing stuff like this in the game. Some of them a bit questionable because they do destroy the game, but I think it's all the developers' fault because they should just disable the stuff that really breaks the game. We take when the turret gave max damage and literally destroyed the game in terms of like legendary farm, because everybody could just farm it super easy and fast. You could have just disabled the turret and then work on that, and then it wouldn't have happened. Sure, some of the missions have to use the turret, the raid specifically, but I think it's better to just disable the turret until it's fixed, and then you can punish people if they still can somehow do that. But if you keep it in the game, people are gonna do it because they want to get loot fast, right? We have the same thing with the Descent, the game mode that I showed earlier. But if you just disable Descent, sure, it was a new mode for the game, but I think it's better to disable the modes or the turret or whatever is making the glitch possible than just go for the ban hammer. So in this case right here, we have an OP crafting station. So what should they do? Disable the crafting station. I think that's just 10 times better than if they keep it up and people do that and abuse it, and then they either suspend or ban people. I think that is just so ridiculous dumb. I have a feeling that it won't happen this time, but as I said, you never know with the Division 2 developers, right? Since they have done that before. So yeah, personally, I will just stay away from this. I don't see really the appeal of getting a few min-maxed gear mods when I could get a suspension for 2 weeks. And there's a reason as well. Well, back in the day, people do believe I damage glitched. I even saw a comment 1 or 2 days ago on my video, somebody claiming that I did the damage glitch, but I have still never received a suspension. Nobody, even at this point, how many years ago? 4 years ago, nobody have showed any evidence of clips or pictures with me having damage glitched boost, right? And why is that? Because I never did it. And why did I not do it? Because I don't think it would be worth to get suspended or possibly banned, because I knew when that happened, even was rumors, or I think they did mention that they would penalize people for that. And it's not worth, especially back then. With Warlords, I was grinding the shit out of it, and I can't afford to get banned for 2 weeks or perma-banned, because then I can't make content. On top of that, getting banned as a streamer, YouTuber, it's just not where I want to go, right? Like, I am a lot for smart use of mechanics in the game, but there are also some stuff that is just exploits. If we take another example, the shooting range was not an exploit. Even the developers said that, right? It's just smart use of mechanics. I wouldn't even say it's that. It was just the best experience in the game, and that's just what I did, right? It was just overtuned in terms of experience. It's like if you're running the same mission all the time because it gives you the best experience. Or we take an example right now, it's actually the same thing. When I do farm experience, I choose to do hostage rescue. Why is that? Because it got the best experience, right? It's the most efficient. Shooting range was just like that back in the day. And that's just it, right? Should people get banned for doing the hostage rescue all the time now? It's literally the same thing. But I think most of you guys understand that. I think just a lot of people like to hate on that, and they don't really try to understand how the game works, or they don't even have the game knowledge. Or, like a lot of people, they don't look into it themselves. They just listen to what they hear, and you just keep spreading that stuff around, right? So with that said, I think next week for the Division 2 is gonna be a bit interesting, because we have this crafting station bug or exploit, and we also gonna most likely get information about seasonal characters as well. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell, because I will stay up to date with Division 2. And on top of that, I do have build videos that I will post next week as well. And also, please let me know in the comment section below what you think about this. You think they will hit the ban hammer once again? And yeah, just let me know in the comment section, and I will see you guys in the next YouTube video or at twitch.tv/widdz.